let us over trap beats. The Fixx is saying, ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh.
Welcome back. DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. It's time for our spiritual detox. And Dice, we keep saying, on our spiritual detoxes, we get a chance to listen, talk with some super talented individuals who, just in some other spaces, we get excited when we get a chance to talk to people that, been around the world a little bit and, sung on this stage, sung on that stage. So, I'm excited because we got a super talented, listen, she's a singer, she's an actress. She probably, got a book or something out there too as well.
I'm sure.
She probably going to tell us about something else that she's doing. You may have seen her on America's Got Talent. You may have seen her on, American Idol. You might have seen her, with Tyler Perry and them and all the cousins and them and, all them people, She family like that. She just kick it with everybody.
Just that. Yeah.
The one and only Jayna Elise. What's going on, sis?
Hey, oh my God, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
Well, now it's an honor having you on the show. You are just a huge superstar for real, though. It's crazy because when Focus sent me the information, I was like, "Who did you say?" I was like, "Who?" I was like, "What?" Like, oh my goodness. So no, definitely an honor. Thank you for coming on here. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. I'm excited.
Come on. Yeah. Let's get
come on,
into it.
Let's talk a little bit about it. Share a little bit of your faith journey with the people, maybe how you develop your own personal relationship with Christ before we talk about everything dope you do.
Yes, no, absolutely. I think that is one of the most important things that has happened in my life recently. I grew up in the church. I grew up singing, and not just like singing in the church, but I grew up like going to church, studying the word, like I went to Bible study. My grandfather was a pastor. We had, like teaching moments and just things like that. And I really felt like when I was younger, I had like kind of dissected, the whole text and everything. But things happen in life, and I feel like the most important thing for me in my relationship with God now is that I once upon a time had lost my relationship with God. Or not lost, but everybody has those moments in their life where they kind of forget. And so I feel like I'm finally coming back into that place where I'm comfortable, not only within my faith, but to be able to talk about it, because I feel like a lot of times when you kind of lose your way and then you come back into it, there's like almost this like shame or guilt with even having left in the first place. But yeah, so that is pretty much like my relationship. It's been tested time and time and time again. And I feel like I'm being tested right now, right now, to this day. But still, I'm able to kind of appreciate it and be so much more grateful that I'm able to, have that relationship and be able to explore that relationship with a different mindset.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you, because honestly, everybody's journey kind of looks like yours, the journey you just explained, you know what I mean? But I think there's a perception that it should be this perfect walk, no mistakes, I'm on,
Right.
I'm never off, I never stray, and that's not it. That is absolutely not it. The walk you just explained and the journey you just explained is a very, very normal one. And I like the fact that you shared that story more, because I think people need to hear that. Like, yeah, I'm out here doing this. I'm from that, but it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, and it doesn't look perfect. And no,
Exactly.
and I don't feel good about it all the time.
Yeah.
at all. But what is the one thing that you keep hearing God share with you? That thing that lets you know, like, you're on the right path. I'm here. I'm right here. Like, what is that thing that you keep hearing?
Man, that's a good question. I gotta say, God has put some amazing people in my life, and I gotta take this time to shout out my family, my mom, my aunt, my grandma, my grandpa, like everybody, because whenever I have these moments of just feeling like I'm not on the right path, or I'm not doing what I need to do, or I'm not good enough, my family is right there to help me and to pray for me and to pray with me. And I feel like, God puts people in your life for a reason, and they're definitely in my life for a reason. So shout out to them.
I love that.
That is good. And we talk about accountability all the time on here, and having a circle of loved ones or friends or just some people that are really, humbling you sometimes. Because sometimes, you might get a little, smell yourself a little bit and be like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're out of pocket. So for you, talk about your creative process and just creating music, because I think you do a very good job. Whether it's faith based, whether it's R&B, whatever it is, just take us through the process of you creating music. What does that look like to you? Like, how are you inspired to maybe make a faith based song compared to an R&B song? What does that look like?
Yeah, first, thank you so much. I think so. A lot of different things go into creating a body of work. And one, I have fallen in love with collaboration and collaborating with people, because I think that, like I said, once again, God puts people in your life for a reason, and there's different seasons for everything. And so I feel like embracing that kind of feeling, and working with people to invoke something that may not come out and for 1 to 2 years, but it's creating the feeling and creating the vibe and creating the message that you want to tell people during that time. And I feel like that's pretty much like where I get my inspiration from, is just like whoever I'm working with, if they have a vision, if we're seeing something, we just kind of, pour our all into that and really feel it out. We may try so many different things, like there may be so many different versions of one song or this or that. But I think it's whatever we're feeling at that time that is really the true inspiration.
That's good. All right, girl. Well, make sure you call me on the next collab, okay?
I got
Dice. I feel
You're
so
like, yo,
inspired right now.
for the studio.
Please come. No, that's insane. You're so young. Like, so let me give you the backstory on this right here. My husband and I actually we just kind of binge watch whatever we can find on you, and
Oh,
we're in
wow.
awe. And we saw Andra Day in Seattle, Washington before she really blew up, at like a very intimate spot.
She's the
And
best.
the first thing out of his mouth was, everybody can't sing that. Like, like he was like,
Yeah.
everybody cannot do that. Like,
Yeah.
when did you or your family really know, no, she's good. Like she has something that is very rare, and everybody can't just hit these.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great singers, but everybody just
Yeah.
can't do this,
Gosh, I
Like,
love
when
this
did you know?
question. Because I've pretty much sang like all my life. Like I said, I grew up singing. My whole family actually sings too, is a thing. Like, once again, grandma, mom, grandpa, I got uncles. My grandparents were in a band together actually, and they went to New York and they tried the whole like artist thing, and it didn't work out. But everything happens for a reason. I don't think I'd be here if, it had. And so, with that being said, I grew up with my grandparents singing like the Temptations, oldies, different things like that. And it wasn't until I moved in with my mom where she was like, just like listening to me around the house sing, and she was like, huh, you could kind of do this. So I started posting YouTube videos, and then there were other people that were like, you could kind of do this. And so from there, it just like sparked this whole journey. So yeah, shout out to moms, because if it wasn't for her, I don't think I'd be doing this either.
Wow. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So come on and talk, before we talk about this new single you got out. Come on and talk about this experience of, listen, you go on American Got Talent, you go on American Idol. Like, just, walk us through just being famous, you know what I'm saying, for,
Please.
all your life.
How
like,
does it feel?
You already said you've been singing since you like 4 and 5 years old. So you just been famous all your life. So what is that like? We want to know, what is that like to be famous all your life?
Loop us in, right?
The funny thing about the shows is, like, because I did America's Got Talent, which was an incredible experience. I mean, I was 14 at the time, and I mean, it changed my life really. And a lot of it, I feel like I don't even remember because it was just like, there was just so much good. There were so many good things happening. But
Wait a
about
minute,
the
wait a minute, wait a minute,
shows,
wait a minute. Let
So
me
many
stop
good
you for a
things.
minute. Yeah, yeah. I know it was some good things happening, Dice, but she said she was 14 years old. She don't remember. So you were in high school. Were you a freshman in high school then, or
I,
were you?
I was just about to go to high school. Yeah.
Okay, so 8th grade, about to go to 9th grade, whatever it may be,
Yes.
high school, whatever you want to call it. You gonna
Yes.
mean to tell me you wasn't stunting in front of your friends after you came back? You talking about you don't remember you bragging none about y'all did just see me on TV, right? Like
Right.
No, you know
carry
what's
my
funny?
Carry my books.
carry my books, get my bag too,
Get my backpack.
and I want that extra snack for lunch.
And I was gonna say to lunch. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
What's
sorry,
really
go ahead.
funny about that is I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts right after
Nice.
I had finished the show. And of course, it's an art school. And one of the things that my mom used to get me into the school was like, she was on America's Got Talent.
Hello,
So
hello.
they told everyone. And by the time I got there, like everybody had already known it. And it kind of, I don't know, there was this thing that it kind of created like a weird thing where like a lot of people wanted to be my friend just because I was on the show, and then there were like people that kind of like didn't like me at all because I was on the show. But by the time it was like senior year, they were like, "Oh yeah, that's Jayna, and she's cool," and it was like this like kind of full circle moment. But yeah, it was definitely a crazy, crazy experience. Still a directioner for life. I got the golden buzzer from Louis Tomlinson on there and
Come on
Cruising One
now.
Direction. So just had to put that out there. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
going on, I never thought that I would do another show. And then American Idol came along, and I feel like I was in this kind of like balance of like rebranding myself, and, just kind of not even rebranding myself as a specific artist. I now come to realize that that's kind of overrated. You should just be able to do whatever you want to do as an artist. That's what true art is.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's turned into just rebranding myself as an artist, someone that does put out music and, does perform. And so that has been an incredible experience and really, really fun and really cool. And a joke that I tell all my friends is that like maybe I'll go on The Voice next and just start collecting talent shows like
Why not?
Infinity Stones.
Just do it. Just do it.
Just do them all.
We're here for it.
But yeah.
Have you No, I appreciate you sharing that. Have you ever had any like it's hard being famous moments? Have you had those?
Honestly, a callback to earlier was my family. They definitely keep me humble and will never let my head get too big. Um, but as far as like I guess I don't have any moments like like this is hard. I have more moments like like you know me, like you know who I am,
Yeah, we
and
know.
like one time I was at a show and I was just watching the show with my friend, and this we now talk on Instagram and everything, but this guy comes up to me and he's like, are you Jayna Brown? And I was like, yeah, I just moved to LA too. So this is like, I've never set foot here as like a resident. And I'm here. And this guy's
Mm-hmm.
like, I've been watching you since I was like 12 years old. Like, blah, blah, blah. And it's especially like cool coming from like people that are your age, like my age now, because it's like
Yeah,
they've been watching me since we were like, little kids. And so that part is really cool.
I love it. I love it. We're watching you, and you are fantastic. I mean, I mean, your voice is fantastic, but one of the things, what was the guy saying? The One Direction guy. He was saying it's more on just recapping for the world right
Yes.
now. It's not just your voice. You know what I mean? And I think the whole world sees that. You know what I mean? It's like your heart, it just beams from you. And
It's a
so
presence.
yeah. So it's like the whole package is like, it's so refreshing, and trust me, from us, we interview a lot of people. And so yeah. So it's
You
a
were
little
telling me.
different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were telling you, but it's just a beautiful thing. And I'm just excited to follow your journey. And obviously I'm going to be watching.
Thank you so much. I
We are
really
definitely
appreciate
watching.
it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, come on. Let's talk about this sooner than now.
Come on now.
Sooner than right now. Forgive me.
Yes.
New single out. Come on and
It's
talk
fire.
about the inspiration behind it.
Yes. This is really exciting because the inspiration behind the song actually comes from the mind of the wonderful and lovely Fred Martin, who I've had the pleasure of knowing since I was 11. And yeah, he came to me with this song idea, and was like, I really think that you can sing the song, and I really think that you can do it. And at first, where I was at with my journey with Christ and with God, and also just like as an artist, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll cut it, but I don't know. But I feel like together we really made the song into something special that I feel like even if, maybe there are people on their journey with God that are where I was, and, they just need that something to like, catapult them back into a space of light, into a space of love. And I feel like this song really captures that. And I think that's the true inspiration for it, is that, there's no better time than right now.
This song is fantastic, and it does make you feel like you're on a journey, and it just keeps going up. And I think we were discussing this song. Obviously, I got so many ears around me, and they were like, "This is Jasmine Sullivan mixed with Karen Clark Sheard," and I was like, "What?" And when they said it, I was like, "You know what? You're right about that." It's
Well,
a
thank you.
beautiful song. I mean, the message is fantastic. Trust me, the
Yeah,
message
no,
is
of course.
beautiful. But I was like, man, yeah, you just go on that. So go ahead, focus, because I know you.
I can't wait to hear it in person, because that's when I was listening to it. I was like, this is the perfect like
You said it was
unplugged type song.
in LA. What?
Yeah,
At the little center where they got the little telescope.
Yeah, with the Roots. Listen, she's so famous she can call the Roots. She got the Roots playing. That's her band. You know what I'm saying? She can call them up. Like,
yeah, that song is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
excited. So can we expect a full project? Are we gonna do a little EP, a faith-based EP or something, a little mixtape or something with some collaborations?
A little exclusive.
Absolutely. There's definitely going to be some things pushed y'all's way within the next few weeks. So definitely stay tuned.
Well, you come back whenever you want to drop whatever you need to drop. We need you to come back, sis. We are supporters of you. We rooting for you.
Yeah.
We want you to win, and continue to do what God tells you to do too as well. That's one thing that we do when we talk about on here. If you do a faith-based project, cool. But if you just do like the neo soul R&B, do you? Long as you continue to represent God, don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the haters.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
For sure. Tell the people how they connect with you, follow you on all your social media platforms, and please introduce your latest single.
Yes. So my name is Jayna Elise. That is the Jayna Elise on all platforms. TheJaynaElise, like the song. And my newest single, The Lord Answers Prayer, is going to be dropping March 15th. And I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Keep it locked. You tune into The Fixx.
And The Fixx is in.